I mentioned that there was this kind of a weird coincidence when you brought this up because I don't know this, or I don't know if y'all know this, Bobby, but I've been reading sometimes. And the book that I happen to be reading at the moment is called...
What's up, guys? I'm Zap. This is Jericho, and we are the now 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music group Bandit Future. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that's uniquely Californian. And right now, you're tuned into the Life's a Circus podcast, where we talk about everything that's funny, interesting, and ridiculous. But before we jump into it, make sure you help us out. Like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with somebody who likes plants. Or vegetables. Throw them in there too. They're plants. Because vegetables are murder. And I'm bringing it back because there's some news, man. So before we had a couple of videos actually about the carnivore diet, if you remember. And it was just like basically the opposite of vegetarianism or veganism. So instead of not eating meat, you're not eating like vegetables and plants. It's kind of weird. Joe Rogan was all into it. He said it worked for him. Right. But I don't know if you remember, you mentioned a lady who said that plants kill you from the inside. Do you remember her name or like what she was talking about?
Her name, no.
But she was saying like plants, it was like a defense.
Well, yeah, but plants basically as a defense mechanism secrete things that basically make the person who eats them feel bad so they don't keep eating them. Which is the thing that some plants, I mean, honestly do. Yeah. Any, creature, but I don't remember her name.
Okay. No, it was funny at the time and I kind of halfway believed it, but there's more evidence that has come out now. So there's been a recent study in Japan about plants actually talking to one another. Jericho, do you think plants can talk to each other?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was an easy sell. But
here's the thing. I mentioned that there was this kind of a weird coincidence when you brought this up because I don't know this, or I don't know if y'all know this, Bobby, but I've been reading sometimes. And the book that I happen to be reading at the moment is called The Secret Life of Trees. And it actually is all about plants and their communication. I mean, kind of the evolution and why they're important to the planet and all that kind of stuff. But it does mention how they talk to each other, warning warning each other of threats. The bugs are over there. Don't do that. The sun is over here. Lean this way. Like they've done studies about that says that they do talk. So I believe it based off of one book that I've read halfway through.
That is pretty crazy because that's kind of what they did in the study in Japan. Like they already knew that, but now they used some kind of fluorescent light to kind of see a visual representation of the plants communicating. And they said the same thing, that plants, that even though it's not like, because some people are like, oh, plants have feelings, and that's kind of different. like they don't get sad or happy, or I don't think that they just kind of do things. But you disagree because it's in the book.
The thing. In Japan, because I like to say it that way, because there's one anime I saw forever ago that said it like that, Japan. So I like it. But yeah, in Japan, they've also done studies that show that plants have feelings in the sense that the words that, okay, let's just go way back. I guess maybe words have power in general to make the, create the universe, literally. If you say nice things to plants, they grow better. They feel it like they do. That's their result. And so if you go to Japan, which I recommend that y'all do, and you try the fruit, you're eating fruit one that's really expensive, but it's really good. And part of it is because they actually care for it. Like they cultivate it, they talk to it, they massage it, they do all that stuff because they really believe that the plants feel, oh, I feel good, I'll grow better. And I can't say they're wrong.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess feelings in terms of like emotions, like feeling is like kind of sensory. They can sense stuff, but like some people take it to the extent of like this plant is happy or this plant is angry, or I don't know how far that goes. Because there's this lady who's PhD. She says he can have emotions because they don't have a nervous system like we do, so they can't like, you know what I'm saying, like those kind of feelings.
I get you. I mean, I don't think plants get into depression or nothing like that, but I don't know. I haven't read the whole book. Maybe in a week I'll be like, guess what? Breaking news. I read the whole thing and it said at the end, plants have feelings, period. So.
All right. Well, just to piggyback off of that. So what they also found in this this Japanese study is that they released something called volatile organic compounds. So it kind of explains more of this defense mechanism or the communication. So this is what they said. It's kind of in line with what you kind of just said earlier, is that, okay, so a plant, a caterpillar or a beetle or something just starts munching on the plant. Right, and the plant's like, ow. This isn't fun. This is bad. And so they release these volatile organic compounds, and it's like a warning signal. It's kind of like the same thing as like a perfume, like what you would smell, or you've gone by a plant and it smells kind of minty or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they release this stuff, and it's kind of like a signal, and it signifies the things they eat bugs. And it's just like, hey, come eat the bugs because they're eating me, and make it stop. no joke. Yeah. And so like birds and all kind of other animals are like, ooh, bugs, and they like take the bugs away from the plants, and the plants is like, I got them, and so that, which is like a crazy layer of the universe that I had no idea was happening. Like entire defense mechanisms.
And all those relationships between like bugs and plants, which the book talks about. And I've always thought about like, I don't know how that starts, but a lot of them feel so perfect. You know, the plant does this for the bug does this for the plant, you know, and it has to be something to it. It's like, because they talk about insects, bugs, animals, maybe trees having instincts, but I think there's some level of thinking or communication in there. I figure there has to be something that says, hey, if you do this for me, I'll do, like, it's not just random. So I feel like there is something to that. It's just weird to think about, you know? Yeah.
And it's even to the extent of like a bug is attacking a plant and then he releases that stuff. And then like all the other homie plants are like, yeah. And they start helping each other out and releasing all that stuff and trying to like get the bugs away. And another version of that is like the concept of nicotine, which is found in a lot of plants. And that's like that goes back to what I was saying earlier, or what you were saying earlier, that lady said that they release like the nicotine. That's like another defense mechanism to where like they killing you from the inside. Y'all stop eating plants. They gangsters out here. You think it's a nice flower and it's trying to murk you.
I'm saying plants are nice. They got flowers. They have, I can't remember any parts of the stamen. Maybe they have parts. Okay,
that sounds right.
Yeah, sure. Stamen, bark, right?
Like seventh grade,
maybe
7th grade botany class or whatever.
They got rings. You can tell how old they are. That's cool. You know what I mean?
But yeah. So the moral of the story is plants are a gangster and crazy. So don't mess with them. Eat chicken.
Plants have feelings.
Yeah, plants. Put that on his shirt.
They'll get that VOC on you. That what do you call it? Volatile VOC.
Organic compound. Yeah.
VOC, son.
Yeah, VOCs represent.
Gang. If you see VOC spray painted on a redwood, don't hear it.
Yeah. But that's it. That's been another episode of the Lifestyle Circus podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this video. Let us know if you've been ganged up on by a plant or if you've seen a plant talking, because people will think you're strange, but we might believe you.
Feed me, Seymour.
They took our jobs!